Okay, this is Lab 6.6, and here we're using a periodic inventory system, and the periodic system is a little different from the perpetual system in that the weighted average is essentially the weighted average for the entire year. We don't. That's the biggest difference. The Fifo, the results are exactly the same because whatever we sell the oldest stuff first, and in the inventory is the newest stuff. And that doesn't change whether we're using a perpetual system or a periodic system. For weighted average, though, the perpetual system is actually called the moving weighted average cost flow assumption, because every time we make a sale, we have to calculate the weighted average at that moment. And so every sale has its own specific weighted average cost per unit. And then that unit, or that cost per unit, gets carried forward to the next sale, and so on through the year. The weighted average concept basically takes all of the sales during the year and calculates the average cost per unit for all of those sales in one calculation. And of course, specific identification would be the same whether it's perpetual or periodic, because we know exactly what's been sold. So both FIFO and specific ID are the same whether it's a periodic or perpetual system. The weighted average is the one that would be different. It's a weighted average as opposed to a moving average, which is the appropriate terminology for the perpetual system. So perpetual is moving weighted average. The weighted average for the periodic system is the appropriate terminology. So let's take a look at the information we're given here. We started with 300 units. We added 100 units at $63. We added more units on August 29th at $60 for a total of 600. And the ending inventory is 290 units. If we are able to specifically identify them, those items are as listed here: 140 units from the beginning inventory, 20 units from January 6th, and 130 from August 29th. The FIFO system, the FIFO cost flow assumption, of course, assumes that the cost of goods sold are the oldest stuff, and the ending inventory is the newest stuff. Okay, so let's begin. We have specific identification here, so let's do that. So the ending inventory is 290 units, and so the ending inventory is comprised of 140 units of the beginning inventory, so 68, easy for me to type, and 20 units from the January 26th or the January 6th purchase, which cost us $63 each, plus another 130 units at the price of $60. Now, we can calculate the amount that we sold because we had a total of 600 units, and now we only have 290, so we must have sold 410 units. Now, the specific identification, the easiest way to calculate the specific identification is to calculate the cost of goods available for sale minus, let me just move that out of the way here, minus the ending inventory. So we had 38,700, and now we have 18,580 left, so we must have sold 20,120. Our cost of goods sold for FIFO, we have ending, well, let's do it, might as well do ending inventory because that's, again, the easiest to do. So the ending inventory is 290 units, so there had to be 200 out of the $60 August 29th purchase. Once again, the ending inventory is the newest stuff, so we have 200 units at 60, plus we have 90 units at the next oldest price, which is 63, which is 17,670. Once again, if we take the total available for sale, 38,700, and we subtract the 17,670, that would give us the cost of goods sold of 21,030. Now we could do that calculation directly by, if we know we have 410 units, well, let's just do it here. We have 410 units that we sold. The FIFO assumption says that we sold the oldest stuff. So we would have sold the 300 at the beginning inventory at 68, and we would have sold another 190 at the next oldest $63 price. So that's 32,370. That's not actually what we're looking for. So where's my math going wrong? 290, 600 minus 290. Let's do it this way. 600 minus 290 minus 300. There, 21,030. If we look at my math, 600 minus 290 is 310. Not 300 and 490, whatever I did. Okay, so let's clear those out. Weighted average. Once again, we can calculate either ending inventory or cost of goods sold, but for the weighted average, we're calculating the same price. So all we need to know is the number of units. So we know there are 290 units in ending inventory, and we need to calculate the weighted average cost of those units. So it's basically dollars over units. We know 38,700 was the cost of all of the inventory we purchased this year, and that was 600 units. So 18,705 is our cost of goods sold. And if we take that same number, and instead of multiplying by 290, we multiply it by 310, which we just calculated as the number of units we sold. That's 19,995. Now, a quick check. If we add 19,995 plus 18,705, that gives us our 38,700 back. So that means that we've accounted for all $38,700 of available inventory this year. So let's see what Lyrics thought of all of that. Lyrics agrees. So we're done.